host with the most, King True, host bird, Benny Bo, the one with the world. One more time. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip By Show. It's your host with the most, King True, host of bird, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And we coming at you live at 6:02, man. We got some content for you, man. So look, what I was saying before with it was, uh, Queso's dad is coming up as a star witness. You feel me? Because like I said before, he said that if anything happens to him, he ain't gonna fucking he ain't gonna suffer the consequences. They on their own. You feel me? But a lot of people call him a rat and stuff like that. I mean, put yourself in the situation. You in your 50s, you're an accomplice to a body now. Is it you're trying to help your son out, but you got yourself in the line of fire. So now what do you do? I mean, I don't think I would tell, but you never know, man. I don't know. You can't sit here and say what the next person will do, bro. Especially because it's like you got to think about it in the other way too. Uh, this man's already lived his life. You know what I'm saying? He already been there, done that. Went to prison, went to jail, did all this shit. I mean, he's done doing that. He's an older man now. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't got time to feel me, put himself back in that box, man. So definitely crazy situation. But so Jacksonville rapper Queso Father Blue IDs him as Little Buck's killer in court. So we gonna watch this content over from Bring the Facts. Shout out to my guy, man, Kosher, man. At Bring the Facts, man. Y'all go check out his channel. He got a lot of content. He drops about 2 videos a day, so y'all definitely check him out, man. Um, yeah, man, let's get right into the content. Before I get into the content, though, appreciate everybody liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the notification bell so I know y'all there so I can throw it to you when it's in the air, man. We gone. Come on, let's go. I'm not we gone. Let's go.
Yo, guys, what's up, man? Bring the facts. We back, man. We got an interesting day today, man. Hey, this Queso trial, man. Queso murder trial. Him and ATK Scotty. If you don't know, they're on trial right now. I did a video yesterday. If you need to be brought up to see, refer to that video. But I'm gonna be talking about Queso's father. His name is Blue. Also known, his government name is Abdul Robinson. He's the father of Abdul Robinson Jr. and Hakeem Robinson. I believe they have different. Uh, there's a couple different Robinsons, but their family has another name, but that's not important right now. Anyways, ATK Scotty and Queso, man, they don't only have Dominique Barner as a state witness against them. Uh, Abdul Robinson, aka Blue, Queso's dad, he flipped on him, and that's ATK Scotty's uncle. If you didn't know, ATK Scotty and Hakeem Robinson, aka Queso, they're actually related. Yup, them dudes is cousins. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but they're actually cousins. That's why they went on the hit together.
ATK Scotty looks like almost like he could be related to Young and Ace. You see, look at the facial features, you can kind of tell that that might be some type of blood cousin or like maybe a second cousin, some type of thing like that. Because unless this is a picture of Young and Ace, but he looked dead on like Young and Ace. Like there's definitely resemblance right there. You could definitely tell without a doubt.
But anyways, Blue, he's singing like a bird, man. He said he's got all these health conditions. He said he's got a congenitive. His decision to flip on Hakeem he said because he's got other kids he's got to raise. He said he has a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a teenager. That I don't know if they have the same last name. I don't know if that's the same mother as Hakeem Robinson. It might be, but I'm not sure. They didn't go into detail. But Blue said on the stand, he gave damaging testimony. He said that he's got congenital heart disease, he's diabetic, he's got.
Basically, he's saying, man, like I said before, like I said in the beginning, I'm too old for this, man. I ain't doing this shit. I ain't finna fuck around and take this charge for you. What? Like that's how he basically like on it with it. Like y'all did your shit, now you gotta lay it. Boy, he ain't he involve me in your shit. I got a heart condition. I got still kids to raise. Like basically, like he's not gonna sit down for some shit that he had nothing to do with, even though they're taking him and putting him as accomplice to the body. So, hey man, like I said, you never know what your pops might do. I don't think I mean, I can't say that my pops are in with his parents, my pops, but I don't think he would be on that just because of the set fact because he knew he was taking the risk by helping me. So he knew that at the end of the day there might be that risk of him getting caught up for it too. So
high blood pressure. I said he's diabetic. He has other health conditions and stuff like that. He both his kidneys are going into double failure, so he's gonna need a kidney transplant. I don't know how he's gonna get one in jail, man, but I don't know. But yeah, that's why they said that was his decision to flip on Hakeem. He said if it wasn't for that, also it came out in trial that he's been a long time informant. Yup, he's been a informant the whole. He's been a government informant the whole time. Yup, they even brought up his other case where he had a drug trafficking. He was in a big drug trafficking operation in Jacksonville. Him and a friend, I forgot the guy's name, but they didn't bring it up in trial. But I saw a different documentary on that. But yeah, Blue, he's a long time informant. He was in a government informant for over 12 years. Actually, if you don't know, I'll run it back. Blue was on a case with a Jacksonville deputy that was head of the narcotics division. Him and that guy, they actually grew up together, and that guy was actually a dude that provided weight, and he had Blue and Blue's friend moving drugs throughout the city and the surrounding counties of Jacksonville. Yeah, this dude made millions of dollars, man. Yup, they were tied in with the police, and they had a drug trafficking operation. But yeah, Blue, I mean Queso, man, it's not
so Blue, like well, yeah, I kind of figured though. Blue, the dad, he already did his due diligence in the streets, man. He done living that life. He a family man now, like you say. He got kids to raise. He ain't going back to behind the walls and all that commissary, going back to that. He already did his time in the streets, did his time in the pens, and he paid his dues. That's basically what he's saying, man. I'm an OG now, man. I ain't dealing with this shit.
looking good for him, dog. It's not, man. I don't care what kind. You could have Johnny Cochran, man. I don't think there's any way to get him out of here.
You got Johnny Cochran right there. It's crazy work, bro. If anybody didn't know who Johnny Cochran is the lawyer that was representing OJ that got OJ off. We all know that OJ scandal was part of the LA Police Department, Compton Police Department, as well as the mafia. Y'all didn't know. Open your eyes, but yeah.
Because he's cook. The other reason he's cooked is because his fingers on the slide of that AR-15, that AR-15 pistol grip, AR-15 X Factor, the one that's multicolored, the two tone and stuff like that. That's actually whoever shot that gun, which it's allegedly supposed to be Queso. Allegedly, I'm saying that. That's the person who stood over him. And also, let me add, there was a off-duty police officer off of the scene that allegedly seen Queso stand over him and shoot him in the face, a little buck in the face and in the mouth. Yep. And Queso's fingerprints, they were on the slide of that gun. And his fingerprints were in the car. And let me tell you, Blue, he's crippling Queso's defense and ATK Scotty's defense because he puts him on the scene after the knockdown of Rapper Little Buck. Yup. He's the one who said that they call him in a panic and he went and picked them up. He said he had no choice but to pick them up. Also, he backtracked and said that he didn't know what they did. He denied any involvement, even knowing anything about a knockdown, about anything like that. But he does agree that he provided the motive, saying that KTA killed them all. Julio Fulio, rest in peace to him's group. actually tried to knock him down and killed one of his sons and shot another one of his sons in the head and shot another passenger in I believe it was the shoulder. In that assault where his son got knocked down, there was actually 100 bullets shot from 3 to 4 different guns. I'm not exactly sure. They didn't. I don't. I kind of forgot how many guns they said, but there was multiple shooters on that hit, and they shot well over 100 times. They had so many. There was so many rounds shot that they couldn't even pick up all the. They couldn't even find them all. Yeah, bro. So it's crazy. This is the two-tone gun right here. That's an AR-15 pistol grip X Factor. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's a custom gun, but it's an exotic firearm that a lot of people don't have. And you see that's a 100 round drum that's on it too. That's Jada the Youngin. He got knocked down in Louisiana. Hey, this nigga ATK's got it, dude. He got a Pokemon sweater on. His nigga got 2 bodies. That's crazy, man. But yeah, it's not looking good for Queso, man. I don't know what. He was better off going for a crime of passion or something, or not passion, but a temporary insanity or something like that, or just not even. But I don't know. See, I don't even know if there was even an offer because they're trying to make the sheriff of Jacksonville. He's trying to make an example out of these guys. And Darren Barter, he put a couple nails in Queso and ATK Scotty's coffin to work out a deal for 20 years. Game over. But let me just add that Blue's testimony. Yeah, these dudes are cooked, man. There's no way they getting out of this, dog. There's no way at all. I don't see it anywhere, man. I don't know. Yeah, because the reason they took this trial to the door, so they're gonna get the max. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Peace.
Um. Okay, so it's gonna be Blue IDing Charles McCormick's killer, which is Young Buck. Now that's crazy. What he said, bro got a Pokemon jacket, or he got 2 bodies. Yeah, that's diabolical, P. But yeah, man. So this right here is going to be him basically IDing his own son to be the killer of Young Buck. Now, like I said, man, can you blame him? Is that some rat shit? It's your own pop, man. Like, that's a gray area, B. Leading up to January 15th, 2020, Akeem Robinson was living with you.
Yes.
And so you would see him on a daily basis?
Yes.
And as you have testified to, he's your biological son. And after January 15th,
Yes.
see the types of clothing that he would wear.
Yes.
See him as he...
Okay, you'll rephrase your questions.
Did you ever see him walking about the house?
Yes.
Did you see him in music videos?
Yes.
Right. Are you familiar with the way he moves?
If you need to record anything over the internet, I cannot think of a more seamless way than Riverside to do it. We're now having...
Shout out to Riverside. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did you see him in music? Leading up to January 15th, 2020, Akeem Robinson was living with you.
Yes.
And so you would see him on a daily basis?
Yes.
Yes. And as you have testified to, he's your biological son.
Yes.
And did you also see him after January 15th, 2020?
Yes.
And when he was living with you in your home, did you become familiar with some of the clothing that he owned?
Yes.
See the types of clothing that he would wear?
Yes.
See him as he...
Okay, if you'll rephrase your questions.
Did you ever see him walk?
Should not take your notes with you.
And what will be staring back?
You got it.
Cats aren't inside.
Now, some type of-
Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner. Two people she does not know.
Staying on the topic that we were on, September of 2020, was it? You first meet Mr. Robinson?
That's correct.
You're with Detective Dishman, your colleague?
Yes.
Never met him in person before.
Yes, sir.
Had spent months investigating this case, getting the descriptions of a shooter that was 5'5", 5'8", 5'9".
Sustained.
So, officer, there's CAD notes in this case, right? Call action detail notes.
Yes.
You've collected those, you've reviewed those.
Yes.
And your colleagues, as they were under the stress of the moment, were calling out over the radio the height and the weight of the person that they saw, right?
Yes.
And it wasn't just one. It wasn't just Officer Collins. There was another officer, Graham, right?
I vaguely remember, yes.
They both gave descriptions of the person that them as seasoned officers saw with their own eyes, right?
Yes.
You also had the civilians that saw the shooting, right?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson's in an interview room. You come into the interview room, he's sitting down, right?
Yes.
You talk to him for a minute. He hasn't stood up yet, right?
I don't know if it was a minute. I think he almost immediately asked to go to the bathroom.
Then he walks out and he goes to the bathroom.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Is that correct? I wasn't.
That's accurate. Yes.
As he's walking back in, this is the first time he's standing up, you make a comment. You're a lot bigger than I thought you'd be,
Yes.
right?
I said yes.
Not, you're the exact same size of the shooter that I've been investigating. Either consciously or subconsciously, you say, you're bigger than I thought you'd be. Right?
I've already answered this, but yes.
Please answer it again. They're not objecting. You don't get to make that choice.
Yes.
All right. Now, it wasn't just about his weight, was it?
It was about his weight.
And why didn't you say it before he stood up?
I vaguely remember being in that room briefly. I don't think we made too many comments to each other.
If I'm sitting down, you can tell from my face, from my body, you can tell if I'm wide-shouldered, right? You can't tell my height until I stand up.
At that point, I don't remember looking at his body. I was looking at his face, and then I think he asked to go to the bathroom. And then as he comes back in the bathroom, that's when I make the comment.
You agree that you made the comment?
Yes, I've done that.
Yeah. My client was arrested that day?
Yes,
You didn't take any photos of him, did you?
we did not.
No. One moment, Your Honor. I'm showing you one of the government's exhibits. But you guys took photos of Dominique Barner, multiple photos.
Yes.
So, understanding that we may have a recording, we could have had photographs just like this for this jury to see his exact size on that day.
Correct.
But you chose not to take photos.
With respect to Dominic Barner, the tattoos that he had at that date and time were the reason he was photographed.
Isn't the first photo with him with a shirt on?
Yes, they do overall photos.
Would you please state your name for the record, sir?
Abdul Robinson, Senior.
Please stay close to the microphone and your waist up. Do you have any nicknames?
Yes, Blue.
And how old are you today?
54.
You have any children?
Yes.
How many?
I have 11 children.
What's the age of your oldest child?
34,
And your youngest?
6,
Prior to getting arrested, did you have a good relationship with all of your children?
yes,
And are you currently incarcerated on a number of felony charges?
yes,
On 2 separate cases?
yes.
When were you arrested and taken into custody?
September the 10th, 2020.
And have you remained incarcerated since your arrest?
Yes,
Have you been charged by the state with accessory after the fact to first-degree murder and solicitation to commit first-degree murder related to the murder of Damon Rothermel?
yes.
And when did that murder take place?
I think on January 31st, 2019.
And there was the potential for you to be charged as a principal in that murder, is that correct?
Yes,
But you weren't.
no,
And do you have co-defendants who have been charged with the murder of Damon Rothermel?
yes.
And who are they?
Christopher Brown, Derek Hudson, Dominique Warner.
And so you know.
Hey you, if you call yourself a YouTuber, stay. If not, skip this. Growing in your niche, that's like
July 28th, 2025. A courthouse within the state of Florida would set an example on national television, a message to the streets of America that there is no honor amongst thieves. But the defendant isn't charged with stealing, he's charged with taking lives. Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. For this video, we're going to be speaking on Queso and his own father taking the stand against him. 26-year-old Hakeem Robinson, who's more commonly known as the rapper Queso, has famously made a name within Jacksonville's drill scene as a member of ATK with his close association to Young and Ace. A rap rivalry would seemingly end with the death of Julio Fulio, who was assassinated in Tampa on June of 2024. But Queso wasn't free to celebrate the drill victory, as he was arrested years prior in 2020. Queso is currently standing trial as he is facing first-degree murder for the broad day shooting of Charles Lil Buck McCormick, who was ambushed in a plaza after leaving a job interview. A witness at trial would describe seeing Lil Buck lifeless after the shooting.
Charles was?
I did.
Now, how close would you say you got to him?
All the way to him.
And what did you see?
His leg was separated and half his face was gone. His teeth were on the sidewalk.
The Jacksonville Police Department would reveal they used forensic video as well as 3D laser.
Okay, so there you some AI shit to get these forms to see, because you see how you got the ski on, he has his face bare face, but you got the ski on, so you can't really identify him like that. So they use X-ray scanner, I guess you could say.
Modeling experts to study and determine the height, weight, and build of the shooter seen on video to compare it to Queso's dimensions. The 2 additional suspects who took part in the killing were excluded as their body type did not fit the shooters, while Queso was not excluded. Meaning they used all this scientific shit and still can't determine if it was him or not, but they know it wasn't the other 2. Additional evidence would include Queso's fingerprint left on a rifle found in a crashed vehicle and his hair on a t-shirt. But this wasn't shit compared to what's next. Dominique Barnes, aka Butter, was the driver during the murder. To save himself, he admitted his participation in the murder and agreed to testify against his former friend Queso. Queso's lawyers would argue Butter is nothing more than a paid hitman attempting to save himself, as Butter is testifying for a lesser sentence to secure a 20-year prison deal for 2 murders. And while being betrayed by a friend can be a major blow, in all honesty, it isn't shit compared to what's next. 52-year-old Abdul Robertson Sr., who's more commonly known amongst the streets of Jacksonville as Blue, is none other than Queso's father. Blue would also be arrested in this case and charged with accessory after the fact after receiving a call, driving to the shooting scene, and helping Butter and another man named ATK Scotty escape. Facing up to 60 years in prison, Blue would agree to a plea deal reducing his potential sentence to no more than 20 years, while agreeing to testify against his own son. In writing, the state would agree to recommend a sentence of only 76 months, or just over 6 years. Blue would be exposed 2 years prior, when video of his police interrogation dropped, where he could be seen naming his son as the shooter. But on July 28th, Blue took the stand.
Everything is being watched from the basement and controlled from the basement.
What were you doing there?
I was targeting certain individuals.
Targeting them for what reason?
To influence them to do certain.
And it appears to be a gentleman getting a pedicure.
He actually went to get a pedicure after, and he rapped about saying kill the N-word. Then
He went to go get a pedicure after he did the hit. It's crazy work, bro.
go get my toes done.
Sitting here today, you realize that you are testifying against not only co-defendants but family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
Well, I have a number of reasons.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
My son.
What's your son's name?
Fucking.
Why is it that you only grow a conscience when you're looking at hefty prison terms?
Objection, argumentative. Sustained.
You really think I would have went through there if I seen all those police and all that? The drone and a helicopter and all that? You think I would have went up in there with my car registered in my name?
You don't want me to answer that question.
Day 4 of the Queso trial was absolutely wild. An FBI agent and detective testify on phone tracking records and iCloud dumps of the phones. Queso's own father testifies and identifies him as the shooter in court. This is the real definition of every man for themselves. Queso's father takes a stand and emotionally points him out as the shooter. Hit subscribe, let's go. First witness we got here is a FBI agent. My guess is he does the phone tracking shit that the FBI agent did in the Melly trial.
The current position is I am assigned to the counterintelligence squad.
In addition to being counterintelligence, are you also a CAST agent?
I am.
I was correct. He's the CAST agent.
Jerry, what is CAST?
So CAST is a group of about 80 to 90 agents and task force officers across the United States who receive advanced training and cellular analysis and location information. We have three primary functions. We respond to situations that involve locating individuals in real time, so tracking fugitives, looking for missing children, victims who have been kidnapped. So we use this information we're going to talk about today in real time to locate people. Timing advance is an engineering term which refers to the distance or the time that it takes for a signal to travel from the cell phone to the, from the tower to the device and then back to the tower. Based on the time measurement of that event, the network then calculates an estimated distance of where that is.
And this is separate than somebody making a phone call where there's an indication of the record.
Correct. Timing advance is a network initiated event. So these measurements are happening whether you're using your device or not. So as long as your device is on, the network can take timing advance measurements from your device.
The timing advance shit really gets people caught up because they don't realize their phone is being tracked at all times, even if you're not calling someone. We saw that in the Melly trial. We saw it in the YSL trial. We saw it in the Young Dolph trial. Pretty much every murder that happens and they have a cell phone on them, they're screwed in terms of the tracking of it.
One of the phone numbers that was provided to you, 904-485-7529, there was no mappable data for that phone for this time period?
Correct.
And again, you don't know which record is associated to what person?
I do not.
He doesn't know which person is on each phone. That's crazy.
So FaceTime calls are not going to be reflected in the call logs?
No.
And then what about like iMessages?
iMessages, iPhone, which makes it an actual iMessage, it would be a data session also, so it would be reflected in data sessions. If you went iPhone to Google, it would not actually be an iMessage, even though it's coming from an iPhone. It has to be, both people have to be have iMessage enabled for it to be an actual message. So
yet another thing happened in the YSL trial. Hung up on each other. They said get on FaceTime, allegedly, before they went and murdered someone. But
Yep. They tapped the FaceTime call. And there's a way, Christopher Loveboy, Snitch Hunter said it, that they have FBI and CIA agents that read your lips when you're doing a FaceTime call, because they say, oh, you can't be tapped on a FaceTime call, but they still have a way to depict exactly what you're saying in the conversation. They have lip readers.
they were found not guilty, or at least Shannon Soa was found not guilty of that. So they go on FaceTime because they know wiretaps aren't possible on FaceTimes.
11044 on the phone number 904-704-1595. There are no data sessions at all.
Correct.
What is that indicative of to you?
When you're using a phone that's dependent on a smartphone that's dependent on data connections, the most logical answer is phone's off.
Which the camera was showing us. What's on the screen?
There's a green dot. That's a T-Mobile tower, right?
Yes.
So even if I am like right next to the tower, but I am a Sprint customer, would I interact with that tower?
No.
So I can only interact with the tower that services my phone.
Correct. the phone number or the device using 4911, who's located on the green tower near the blue icon.
So the phone with the 3684 number is up here, and then it is going to move down here by the time of this call at 5:26.
That's correct.
I want to know who the numbers are. So what I think they're going to do here, whatever phone they think is Queso's, that he had it turned off. That's kind of what they did in the Koberger case. They showed that he had his phone turned off purposely around the time of the murders and then turned it back on.
And you have it indicating that it is in the area that services kind of the 7001 Merrill Road address.
Yes, I would say that tower is the tower that would most likely provide service to that residence.
And this, again, you got to realize too, remember, this cell phone data doesn't pinpoint exactly where the phone is. It's usually a very broad, I think it's like the size of a football field or maybe even bigger. So that's what defense lawyers are going to pick apart here.
478-305-9583 is now moved from up here down here.
That's correct.
And walking through it, the 803 number is also moving kind of generally down.
Yes.
What they're showing too, I think, is the phones were together at some point. I would imagine around the time of the murder.
And then you have the 624-3684.
I wish they told us which numbers were which. Like, just say who they think the phone number is. They did that in the YSL trial. I guess it's just not allowed in this trial. YSL trial was just fucking anything goes. All right, let's see what the defense lawyers do here, because I don't know. It wasn't very clear without the screen that the jury is seeing. So let's see if the defense lawyers separate their client from it in some way or do what they do on cross.
You use the word approximate location because you can only tell that the device is in the serviceable area of a cell
That's
tower,
correct. Yes, ma'am.
This is Scotty's lawyer, by the way.
This is an illustration showing that all these phones were using the towers that they connected to. They connected to the same towers. But I cannot tell you exactly where they were within the tower coverage area. I can just...
He just picked people up. He wasn't there in the car when the murders happened. All right. Queso's father just walked in. Think about this. I wonder if they've even seen each other. I'm sure Queso knows that he's snitching. This is fucking crazy. A father telling on his son in court. Here we go. He just picked people up. He wasn't there in the car when the murders happened, but he picked people up, so he got charged.
You may proceed.
Thank you. May I please court?
Yes.
Could you please state your name for the record, sir?
Abdul Robinson, Senior.
Please stay close to the microphone and your voice up. Do you have any nicknames?
Yes, Blue.
And how old are you today?
54.
You have any children?
Yes.
How many?
I have 11 children.
What's the age of your oldest child?
34.
And your youngest?
6.
Damn. 11 kids. 34 and 6 is the age gap.
And are you currently incarcerated on a number of felony charges?
Yes.
On 2 separate cases?
Yes.
When were you arrested and taken into custody?
September 10th, 2020.
Have you been charged by the state with accessory after the fact to first-degree murder and solicitation to commit first-degree murder related to the murder of Damon Rothermel?
Yes.
And when did that murder take place?
I think on January 31st, 2019.
And there was the potential for you to be charged as a principal in that murder, is that correct?
Yes.
But you weren't. Do you know a person named Leroy Whitaker?
Yes.
Are Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker related to one another?
Yes.
How so?
Cousins.
Mr. Robinson, do you see your son Hakeem Robinson in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
Can you tell us where he's seated and what he is wearing?
He's seated between these two lawyers right there with a beige suit on.
The record reflect the witnesses identified Mr. Hakeem Robinson.
Okay, the record shall so reflect.
This is wild. They probably just made eye contact.
Do you also see Leroy Whitaker in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
Can you tell us where he's seated and what he's wearing?
That's crazy work. You see what your son wearing? Yeah, he's sitting right next to those people with that suit. Yes. Damn.
He's wearing a gray suit. Sitting right next to his lawyer.
Now, on April 11th of 22, did you enter pleas?
So they are cousins. Yeah, I said like there was them there.
Guilty to the court in both of your pending cases.
Yes, I did.
And was that plea partially negotiated with the state?
Yes.
Now, as part of your plea, you agreed to cooperate against the co-defendants in both cases?
Yes.
Have you been sentenced yet on either of your charges?
No, I haven't.
This is, I can't believe this.
Now, if you are to receive a 20-year sentence from the court, how old would you be approximately at the end of that sentence?
Say that again.
If you were to be sentenced to 20 years by the court, at the end of that sentence, approximately how old would you be?
I'll be close to 70.
As part of your plea, did you have sentencing guidelines in your case?
Yes.
That represent the lowest sentence the court should sentence you to, absent a legal reason to go below?
Yes.
And what were your guidelines in your case? Do you recall?
76 months to 20 years.
Now, even though cooperation provides a legal basis that allows the court to go below, does the court have to?
No.
Does the court have to follow any recommendation the state makes?
No.
Were you aware of what was going to happen to him that day?
No.
Did you participate in any of the planning of the murder of Charles McCormick?
No.
Were you present when Charles McCormick was murdered?
No.
Did you know that was going to happen before it happened?
Nope.
When did you find out Charles McCormick was going to be murdered? Or, excuse me, when did you find out Charles McCormick had been murdered?
After I picked up Scotty and Butter.
So that would be Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Varner?
Yes.
You indicated you picked them up. How did you know that they needed a ride on January 15, 2020?
My son called me and asked me to go give Scotty a ride.
Which son?
Kareem.
Abdul Jr.?
Yes.
Do you recall what Abdul Jr.'s phone number was that he communicated with you on that day?
I think it's 904 624 36 94 84.
3684?
Yeah.
Do you recall what your phone number was back on January 15, 2020?
904 866 2370.
Now, sitting here today, you realize that you are testifying against not only co-defendants, but family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
I have a number of reasons.
Oh, man.
I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter.
Did you know that nearly half of US TV streaming time is on Roku? With Roku's new self-service ad tool, it's easy to set up your own CTV campaigns. So you can tap into Roku's leading scale and expand your marketing mix. Roku is the #1 TV streaming platform in the US by hours streamed. Go ahead, check out Roku Ads Manager for yourself.
What if you could taste the movies?
We turned that idea into an $11.3 million business with Wix.
And when my 8-year-old daughter asked me when I'm gonna come take her to the daddy-daughter dance.
Objection, hearsay relevance.
Holy shit.
And she asked me over each year when I'm gonna come take her there, and I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old son, when he asked me if I'm gonna come to his football games. My other 6-year-old, he asked me when I'm gonna come see him. He begging me, please come see me, daddy. He want to teach me how to play the game, but he don't know where I'm at. Things like that.
What health issues do you have?
I have diabetic. I'm diabetic. I'm on high blood pressure. I suffer from congestive heart failure. I just found out June 25th that my kidneys is failing rapidly.
Don't mean to be negative here, but it sounds like you're not going to live much longer. What the hell?
Becoming a witness in this case negatively impacted your relationship with your entire family.
Well, I really don't have no more relationship with my family besides one person.
So a part of your family completely cut you out?
Yeah.
When people know that you're cooperating, does that make it easier or harder for you when you're incarcerated?
Well, it make it harder for me.
What about when you get out?
Extremely harder.
Is cooperating in this case something that is easy for you to do?
No, this is the most hardest decision I've had to make in my life.
The day that Charles McCormick was murdered on January 15, 2020, does that specific day hold any significance for you and your family?
Yes.
And why is that date significant in your mind?
It's the date that my son got killed.
Who was your son that got killed?
Willie Addison.
Were Abdul Jr. and Akeem Robinson close to Willie?
Yes.
The state's whole theory here is that they're avenging Willie's death a year later.
Where was Willie Addison when he was actually shot on January 15, 2019?
He was in the truck with me in the passenger seat.
Were you driving?
Yes.
And so Willie was in the front passenger seat?
Yes.
Is anyone else in the vehicle?
It was like 4 more people in the vehicle.
Who were they?
Abdul Jr., Moody, my nephew, Samuel, and Pooh Red.
Is Pooh Red Torgon Williams?
Yes.
Is Torgon Williams related?
Yes.
How so?
Cousin.
Now, did Torgon and Willie have a decent relationship?
I think it was okay.
Was Torgon Williams close to your son Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes.
How was Torgon's relationship with Akeem Robinson?
Well, they had a pretty good relationship.
Now, when Willie Addison was shot, was anyone else inside the vehicle hurt as well?
Everybody.
Including you?
Yes.
After everyone was shot, what did you do?
Well, I drove to the hospital, and as I was driving, I could hear Willie making this guggling noise, and I hold his hand while I was driving, because I didn't want him to die, feel like he died alone. And
Jesus.
Well, he got shot about 7 times,
Jesus.
He's paralyzed right now.
And Torgon was shot?
Yes.
Multiple times?
Damn, man. Well, it's like, you kind of got to give him a little leeway and be, not compassionate, what's the word? Some sympathy, because he basically watched his son die in front of him. Now his other son's on trial. But he went through a lot, man. Or I say it's okay to tell him your son, I'm just saying. Give him a little leeway, man.
Yes.
Everyone got shot in the fucking car. Holy shit. I'm surprised only one person died.
How long did Abdul Jr., since he was shot in the head, how long did he remain in the hospital?
He stayed in the hospital about 3 or 4 months.
Now, Akeem Robinson was not in the vehicle when the shooting happened, correct?
No.
How was he affected mentally by Abdul Jr. and his family members being hurt?
Probably pissed off.
Objection, speculation, personal knowledge.
Yeah, unless he has personal knowledge, I'll sustain that objection.
Do you have personal knowledge as to how Hakeem Robinson was feeling after this happened?
Yeah.
Is that because he was living with you?
Yes.
How was Hakeem Robinson after this?
I mean, he was angry about it. I mean, we was all angry about it.
Do you consider yourself to be a member of ATK?
Nope.
Is Abdul Robinson Jr. part of ATK?
Yeah.
What about Hakeem Robinson?
Yes.
Leroy Whitaker?
Yes.
Torgon Williams?
Yeah.
And is Dominic Barner affiliated with members of ATK?
Yep.
Yeah. Not just his son, everybody. Is he affiliated with ATK? Yes. Is he affiliated with ATK? Yes. Damn.
Was Charles McCormick part of ATK?
Nope.
Who was Charles McCormick affiliated with?
6 Block.
All right, another local rap group here?
Yes.
Did Charles McCormick have a
6 Block. I don't understand you taking a stand on your son. I really can't, but he put you as an accomplice. But given all this other information, your police, the feds, not okay.
a rap name or a nickname that you're aware of?
Yep.
All right, and what was that?
A little book.
How would you describe the relationship between the group 6 Block and the group ATK?
They didn't like each other.
Did they get along?
No.
Did they consider one another to be ops?
Yes.
Had a desire to go after Charles McCormick based on that song?
It's never been easier to start a podcast than with Riverside. Here's how it works. First, go to riverside.fm.
I mean, I would say a few people.
All right. Anybody related to you or anyone else?
Yeah.
Well, who would you think had the most?
The most? I would say Abdul, my son, both of them. Hakeem and Abdul.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. have a cell phone in January 2020?
Yes.
Did he have just one?
No, he had a couple of phones.
Why do you have a couple phones?
Come on, OG. No, I got a couple phones. Come on, man. He didn't have to say all that. He could say, yeah. Did he have a phone? Yeah. He had a phone. Yeah, he had a couple phones. That's crazy, man. He just bringing more and more information.
I mean, you got, your work phone, your phone for your ladies, or something like that, different phone.
Like Kevin Gates, I got 2 phones, one for the drugs, one for the ladies.
What was Abdul Jr.'s primary number back in January 2020? Was that the 624-3684 you mentioned?
Yes.
Is that the number you typically would communicate with him on?
Yes.
Did he have a second phone number that you helped get it?
Yes.
Do you recall what that number was? And what was Hakeem Robinson's primary number back in January 2020 that you would communicate with him on?
The phone number?
Yes, sir.
904 704, I think, 1595.
Oh man, that's it. That's the number they've been saying is his. His dad is snitching, confirming it.
Do you recognize phone number 478-305-9583?
Yes.
Whose phone number was that in January 2020?
Hakeem
Robinson's?
Yes.
And how do you know that?
I got it for him.
All these motherfuckers have more than one phone, dude.
When you spoke to Abdul Jr., did he tell you why Leroy Whitaker needed a ride?
No.
Do you know what area of town or Leroy Whitaker was in that you needed to go pick him up?
Say that again?
How did you know where to go pick Leroy Whitaker up?
Abdul Jr., he sent me a pin drop, a location.
When you went to pick Leroy Whitaker up, what were you driving?
Dodge Challenger.
When you drove that Dodge Challenger over there, is that a car that's actually in your name?
Yes.
Now, as you were driving away, did you ask them or were you concerned about anybody in particular?
Yes.
Who?
Hakeem.
And why were you concerned for Hakeem?
I know that's his circle of friends.
Was it unusual in your mind for him not to be with them at that point?
Yeah.
Now, as you were driving Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner away, did you find out what had happened to Charles McCormick?
Yes.
And you found out the details about who was involved?
Yes.
And did you continue to drive both Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner away?
Yes. I took the clothes they had on and left with them.
Where'd you go?
I went over there off Kings Road behind Burger King, put them in this fire barrel.
Did you set them on fire?
Yes.
And why were you doing that?
I mean, it was just my way to help.
Did you take either Leroy Whitaker or Dominic Barner with you when you did that?
No.
Do you recall if anyone else was at your home prior to you leaving to set those clothes on fire?
No.
No.
No, there weren't, or no, you don't recall?
I don't recall anybody though.
Whose firearms who did they belong to?
Okay, so.
Were they real firearms?
Yes.
Did he typically use fake guns in his music video like that?
No.
We got a father confirming guns, one of them being a murder weapon that is his.
After the murder of Charles McCormick on January 15, 2020, did you ever see Hakeem with that black AR-style rifle pistol again?
Nope.
Are you aware of a dash cam video that recorded the murder of Charles McCormick in this case?
Yes.
Have you seen that video?
Yes.
And the person captured.
Sidebar.
All right, let me see counsel in court quarter at sidebar.
Man, I'm wondering how he's going to go about this.
Did you become familiar with some of the clothing that he owned?
Yes.
See the types of clothing that he would wear?
Yes.
See him as he.
Okay, go rephrase your questions.
Did you ever see him walking about the house?
Yes.
Did you see him in music videos?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the way he moves?
Yes.
Are you familiar with, or 5 years ago, were you familiar with the way?
No, basically, they're asking him that because they want to pinpoint the way he was walking on the surveillance camera, what he was wearing, the way he was aiming it. I want to pick all that up.
His build was, his physical characteristics.
Yes.
And after January 15, 2020, you became aware of a video recording that captured the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity during the pendency of your case and the discovery to see that recording.
Yes.
Correct? Did you, when you viewed that recording, recognize the person depicted in it?
Yes.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
My son.
See, now, you can sit there and say, oh, you know, he just up there telling, whoop, whoop, singing like a bird, but
What's your son's name?
look at the pain in that man's eyes. He's hating to do this. It is hurting him with all his might. That's why he was stuttering for a second and waiting. He was pausing before he really said it. You could see he looked like he about to tear up. It was a hard thing for him to do. No one is telling him, son.
Okay.
Being a content creator can feel like you've always got to be on, always live. It's overwhelming. So stream smart.
Jesus, he's getting emotional, but brother, you're snitching on your son right now. Oh God, Cross is going to be brutal.
I mean, yes, but wouldn't you be emotional, bro, if you had to tell him your son? Like, what do you mean? If you are put in that position, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't be able to stomach it. Because at the end of the day, man, still your son, man. I'm sure you're not going to just willingly sit there and give up the information on your son enthusiastically with a smile, with confidence. Now, there's going to be some emotional distress there too as well, because at the end of the day, that's your son. And it wasn't like he wasn't in his life. They were close. That's your son's son.
You're cooperating in this case, correct, sir?
Correct.
This is not your first cooperation, is it?
No.
Somewhat made a career out of it, have you not?
I wouldn't say career.
Well, you.
Now, that's what I'm talking about with this new way, the way they be doing the court, live Zoom court bullshit. They have people that are prosecutors that be trolls, bro. Like, you seen the lady that was representing YSL for Slime's case. Baby caught with blowers, some packs on her, caught telling the person, hey, this is where they think the body is. You need to go clean up your work, like on a phone call. Like, where are they finding these prosecutors at, bro? But they be trolling. Like, they on the internet, which they are on the internet. But anytime that camera's on, these prosecutors be getting extra'd out, bro. Extra the out.
First testified against an officer, Officer Eric Sinclair, back in
Overall.
back in 1999, right?
Did I do what?
Testified against Officer Eric Sinclair back in 1999.
No, I didn't.
Came forward with information.
Yeah,
The officer evidently didn't take it to trial, correct?
correct.
But your cooperation, your testifying to the federal government caused him to enter a plea, right?
I'm not going to agree with that.
Okay. So a pretty good deal you made for yourself.
Yeah.
You've also worked as a confidential informant for police, haven't you?
Yep.
Jesus. I wonder if Queso and all them knew this. Probably not.
And when they brought you in, you've agreed to cooperate, right?
Right.
But that didn't happen until 2022, correct?
Right.
That would have been after they put the second homicide on it, right?
Right.
Now, in the Rothermel homicide, you're aware that Dominique Varner originally was going to testify against you, right?
Right.
Your involvement in what you pled guilty to as accessory after the fact in the Rothermel killing was that you admit you gave money to Dominique Varner after knowing he had just been involved in this shooting and needed to get out of town.
Yes.
And you're willing to admit that, correct?
Yes.
You do not agree with Mr. Varner's claim that you provided a gun and a car to accomplish that drive-by shooting.
Right.
But in 2022, when you agreed to come forward and cooperate, they cut your exposure by 2/3, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm never been super great at math, but 30 plus 30 is 60, right?
Right.
And your plea agreement for the death of 2 human beings calls for a maximum of 20 years, right?
Right.
And I think you told us that that was based on your age, your health issues, and you want to be there for your younger kids, right?
Yes.
Would you agree with me? You weren't there for your older kids.
That's why I know better this time.
Were you aware that Antonio McLaren wore a wider on Mr. Varner?
Oh shit. So that's the guy that wore wire. If you don't know, Dominique was in jail, I think, talking to someone and basically told them everything that Queso was the shooter. The person had a wire on and they were a CI and he spilled the beans to
Hollywood is a place where are sacrificed. So this is not just
to this person.
That Antonio McLaren wore a confidential wire on Dominique Varner.
Yes.
Jail. You were?
Yes.
Okay. It's fair to say that you were vengeful after that shooting, is it not, sir?
Yes.
And that is, in fact, is why you were willing to be involved in what would become the attempted murder of someone named P Money, and that resulted in the Rothermel killing.
Yes.
That you then picked up Dominique Varner and Leroy Whitaker, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And with all of your testimony, though, you have not heard Leroy Whitaker specifically ever make any kind of statement that he wanted Charles McCormick dead, correct?
Correct.
The more I think about this, all they have on Scotty really is his DNA in the car on the shirt, his DNA on the lady in the house, and then people testifying that he got picked up.
Your community, your family, those people that know you best in this world are in this courtroom right now, right?
I don't think so.
You don't see family sitting there?
Nope.
You don't see Hakeem?
Bro, drink it. Diet Dr. Pepper. Hey, cut boy, bro. You're diabolical, man. I can't do no Diet Dr. Pepper, bro.
His mother sitting there?
Oh, yeah, I see her.
Now, of course, she knows you, right?
Yes, you know me.
A moment ago, you said that you are a 2-time convicted felon. You go away for roughly 10 years.
Right.
Now, you said a moment ago that, well, that you disagreed about cooperation. You got what's called, the government filed a 5K, right?
Yes.
And a 5K specifically is when somebody has provided substantial assistance in the investigation or prosecution of others. You agree with that?
Yes.
But you disagree that you got a reduction because of cooperation?
No, I don't think I disagree with that. She said testifying.
You snitched on other people, you got a reduction, right?
Yeah.
This is wild. Bro basically just said,
You just really say you snitched. That's all I'm talking about, bro. When did the prosecutor sit there and say you snitched on somebody to get a lower sentence? snitch was never a word that was used in court. Testified against, ID, told information, but not snitch, bro. Like, that's unprofessional. That this suited man in this courtroom can sit there and call this man a snitch. Even if he is, it's unprofessional. I mean, like, what is this? What kind of weird ass court? I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Florida, but they're.
Queso isn't his family anymore. That's crazy.
You get charged in the McCormick case. You get charged in the Rothermill case. And you initially plead not guilty, correct?
Right.
You fight the McCormick case for a period of time, right?
Right.
You have your attorney involved in depositions knowing the facts of the case, correct?
Yes.
And then your attorney comes to you and says, they're threatening to charge you as a principal.
Objection, Judge. And the grounds? Okay.
Him to waive, Your Honor, not the government to say.
Okay. Well, then I'll leave it to Mr. Abdul Robinson Sr.
There was a point in time when these two murder cases are pending that you learn that the government is now trying to leverage you, threatening you with charging you as a principal in the Rothermill case, right?
Yes.
And that would have meant a life minimum mandatory for you, right?
Yes.
So you agree, you cave, and astonishingly, for the second time, why is it that you only grow a conscience when you're looking at hefty prison terms?
Objection, argumentative. Sustained. Just ask a question, Mr. DeCoste, without commentary.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like, he over here disrespecting them, trolling them, bro. Like, what? That's why the judge likes to say, like, yeah, you're not even. What?
So his lawyer's coming for his neck.
Once again, you're looking at life, and you decide to cooperate to get out of it, right?
Right.
Now, you're hoping that the recommendation is going to be that you serve for all your crimes only 76 months, right?
I mean, yes.
Right. That's what you have in writing with the government, right?
Yes.
And you served a majority of that time already.
Right.
So that means that within a short couple of months, maybe 12, you're going to be back walking the streets of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That was the price of your testimony, right?
Right.
You had to cooperate and implicate your two sons, but it got you out of custody.
You say implicate them?
You had to point at your sons. Let's back up for a second. At the point in time that they leveraged you with life on the Rothermill case, they had already arrested your son and said that he was the one that committed it, right? They had already, on this case, through the evidence, through the depositions that your attorney was at, they already believed that Hakeem was a shooter, right?
Right.
All right. So it wasn't something that you came forward and like, hey guys, let me help you understand the case. You just agreed to their narrative.
No, I didn't agree to their narrative. They asked me what the conversation was when I picked them up.
Defense lawyer's just trying to make him look like a piece of shit that's lying, agreeing to their narrative. He's like, nah, this is just what.
Our haunted house is very different and very unique compared to a lot of other haunts. We don't have a clown.
Happened.
At that point, though, they had already pointed the finger at Hakeem, right?
Right.
All right. So you just continued with their case. I'm going to point at Hakeem. He was a shooter.
I can agree with that.
You also pointed out your other son, Abdul, the one that shares your name, Abdul Kareem Robinson Jr., right?
Right.
Before you decided to cooperate, you had also reviewed all of the phone records in this case, correct?
Yes.
So you had knowledge of what the government believed was happening in the case.
Yes.
Now let's talk about Dominique Barner. Your words, he's a reliable hitman, right?
Yes.
A reliable hitman, the guy that snitched yesterday or last Friday.
He's a reliable hitman. You must have used him as a hitman before, right?
No.
And how do you know he's a reliable hitman? Can't be the Rothermill case because they.
He could just know from word of mouth about somebody else. Why does it have to be? Oh, he used him as a hitman. Nah, but he's trying to implicate something else on this man. No.
Didn't kill P Money. So how is it that you know that he's a reliable hitman?
I mean, you hear things when you're in the streets.
That's Chris Brown, right?
Yes.
Butter pecan skin, right?
Yes.
Not Hakeem.
No.
Dreads down to his chin, right?
No.
He's got dreads, no?
Yes.
Some of that hair goes down to his chin.
Some of the hair on his chin?
Down to his chin.
Yeah, he got hair on his chin.
All right. Now, Chris Brown's right around 6 feet.
He said, yeah, they just had a miscommunication. He thinks he said hair in his chin. He said, yeah, he got hair in his chin. Defense lawyer is giving the description that the lady gave of the guy that came out of the woods, trying to cast out that it was Chris Brown and not Queso.
Right?
Yeah, he might be about 6 feet, a little bit on.
He's a skinny guy too, right?
Yes.
He's also best friends with Buck.
Yes.
Crazy Chris Brown, and Butter Dominique Barner, right?
Right.
Now, Dominique Barner, he lives that life too, right? He's got wounds, he's got tattoos.
Yes.
He doesn't have a future in the entertainment industry.
No.
None of them do.
No.
When the police searched your house in a U-Haul truck that was out there, they found T-shirts for House of Pain. They found other swag that you had made and these drawings for House of Pain, right?
Swag?
We'll get to that. You allegedly burned the clothes that Buddy had on, right?
Sir, somebody needs to take this attorney and tell him, look, bro, I don't know how in the world that you passed the bar, bro, because you're unprofessional. You saying words like swag, calling people a snitch, trying to paint this picture and put a jacket or a narrative that he did more and all this, and put this jacket on me, he did this and this and this, and talking about shit that's confidential with the government that they spoke about in a courtroom. Like, when was this okay? When did it become a thing that a lawyer could do is sit there and just blatantly disrespect you on the stand and speak incriminating evidence that was told to a federal agent? Like, what the, like, what?
Correct.
You break through the police perimeter to pick up Leroy Whitaker and Varner, right?
Come on, man. You exaggerating, man. You know it wasn't no police perimeter, none of that. You exaggerating.
Like, bro, bro, no, nigga. Yeah, I really don't think he should be answering anymore. He could just be like, oh, I refuse to answer, or I plead the fifth, whatever you want to say. But this dude, this lawyer is trying to get him on way more things than he is being accused of and charged for.
No.
Oh, shit is getting crazy.
Exaggerating that there wasn't drones and helicopters overhead.
How would
Bro, cut words, bro. You must not be from the streets or something. I mean, because even people from the streets know that this isn't how a court is conducted with a lawyer. The lawyer's not supposed to get this out of pocket. Like, this is disrespectful. It be that as it may, he's a rat. He's a ratatouille. He's a snitch. He's an informant. The lawyer is not allowed to disrespect the plaintiff or bring up federal agent conversations that he had with him. My bad. I mean, not allowed to bring up conversations that he had with a federal agent and spun him and thrown it in his face. So, no. This lawyer needs to get fired and not be able to go to any type of court anymore, not be able to represent anybody. He should have never passed the bar.
I know that.
Because you were driving to the location?
And I would see a drone in the air?
So we'll agree. All right, let's say the JSO. We'll let JSO answer the question whether they had a perimeter and they had hundreds of officers trying to find the shooter that was running through neighborhoods.
You really think I would have went through there if I seen all those police and all that? A drone and a helicopter and all that? You think I would have went up in there with my car registered in my name?
You don't want me to answer that question.
Oh my God. He said, you don't want me to answer.
You don't want me to. Okay, so look. You don't want me to answer that question for you, basically, is what you're going to say. But you can't answer no question for me, because if you wasn't there, homie, you don't know nothing until I tell you something. So what?
That question.
No.
Or wait, are you telling me that you, as the patriarch of the family, that basically these kids come by and say, hey, Blue, go do this?
They didn't call Leroy Whitaker daddy to go do it. They called me. What if they would have called somebody? I would like to see how they would feel if they would have called somebody else to go pick somebody up. They called me. If I would have knew something was going on, I would have never went.
All right, so then after you know about it, you're then cool with going to burn clothes, right?
Yeah, after I get to know about it, I was cool with that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a felony, destruction of evidence.
Yeah, I did it. I like Scotty. I did.
Okay, and bro, what come on, all right. Now, sir, Mr. Lawyer, with your damn suit, what would you do if you were in Blue's shoes and your kids got into some shit and you had to pick them up and they said, hey, look, Dad, we gonna go down and we'll get rid of the evidence? I guarantee you would have get rid of the evidence, homie. But you gonna do it for your kids, bro. I don't want to hear nothing other than that. What are you saying, bro? Like, that's crazy to even sit here and you're just basically trashing this man, and he already been trashed enough.
Definitely know you didn't call 911.
Right.
That conscience only grew later when you were looking at life.
He said, I like Scotty. Yeah, I burned the clothes.
And the phone that was used Now, it's interesting. The government, they asked you about a bunch of phone numbers, and you remembered it off the top of your head, right?
Yeah.
But the one that they had to tell you was 478-305-9583.
Objection, Judge.
What's the grounds?
The misstatement.
Okay, I will, of course, the jury will recall.
Objection. Objection, bro. Who taught you law, bro? How did you pass the fucking bar, bro? Please tell me. You're an idiot. You should not be in no type of courthouse. I wouldn't be surprised if you left that courtroom and somebody that was being prosecuted that's not an inmate would do something to your dumbass, homie. So you disrespectful, bud. And the judge is just letting this shit go down. She only did one objection. That's disrespectful too. Out of pocket shit.
All the testimony that came out from the witness stand, if you'll just ask the question of the witness.
This white bitch, bro, if she look at this shit as a game, y'all really gotta look into the depths of this shit. Jacksonville, Florida is a crazy place, man. People dying every day out there, like Chicago. This ain't no. It's just not conducted professionally.
Darrell Watts was your best friend, right?
Yeah.
He was murdered.
Yeah.
To this day, you were not cleared as a suspect in that case.
Sustained. Mr. DeCoste, just ask questions, please, that are relevant.
An arrest has not been made in the murder of Darrell Watts.
Get the fuck on, bro. I know he didn't just say that weird ass shit.
Of the witness.
Darrell Watts was your best friend, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
He was murdered.
Yeah.
To this day, you were not cleared as a suspect in that case.
What the hell does that have to do with this case, sir? So you bringing up one of my best friends that passed away, and you're insinuating that, oh, well, you weren't never cleared as a suspect in that murder. And the judge straight up says, sustained, just ask questions, whatever the lawyer's name is.
Sustained. Mr. DeCoste, just ask questions, please.
Mr. Dosh, just ask questions. Like, nigga, you're not asking no type of question, bro. You're making statements. And you're trolling, bro. Who the taught you law, bro? Who let this man pass the bar? When he's up here making statements as if he's on the stand, bro, are you on the stand or are you a lawyer? Which one are you, bro?
That are relevant.
Kind of weird ass this, bro.
An arrest has not been made in the murder of Darrell Watts.
Objection.
Sustained.
Specific.
God, bro, why are you bringing up Darrell Watts when this is about Queso, and ATK Scotty, and this man right here. Look, what do I look like saying their governments?
Day of January 15th, 2020. Your words, you didn't see Hakeem that entire day.
Correct.
Didn't see him before, right?
Right.
Didn't see him after.
Correct.
Now, you said that you were worried about him, right?
Correct.
Well, you have all these phone numbers that you have memorized. You didn't call any of them.
Correct.
But you were concerned?
Yes.
Common sense dictates.
Like, bro, what are you just trying to paint this narrative? Like, okay, you lying. Like, okay. Yes, common sense dictates.
That if you're concerned about your son, and that what you're saying is actually true, that you would have picked up the phone and called him. But you didn't do that.
Correct. I didn't.
And you know.
Okay, what the fuck? What does that have to do with anything about the case, bro? This is goofy.
From this case that he was never charged, right?
Correct.
Yet his DNA is inside of the car, right?
Oh, I guess.
If I were to guess, the guy probably had an alibi, even though his DNA was in the car. These motherfuckers that are charged probably don't even have an alibi, bro. Like, that guy was probably like, no, I was here, and I have multiple people that can tell you that I was here all day. I wasn't in no car at 11 a.m. If Queso is innocent, why doesn't he have an alibi somewhere else? An alibi is a very, very strong defense. If you have one, you're going to...
Hey fabulous creators, are you struggling with low views on your YouTube videos? That's where FeeFi steps in. Drum roll please, use the code FIRST50 and boom, you'll get 50% extra views on your videos. It's time to boost your business.
come forward with it.
You'll be a 4-time convicted felon. You've already spent 10 years in prison and approximately 5 in custody on.
Bro, Stop bringing nothing on the film.
This?
Correct.
For a total of about 15 years in custody?
Correct. Let's not forget about the 10 years that I was out free and no trouble.
But then you got into trouble again.
Right. I was out free from 2009 to 2020, no trouble.
I understand, but coming in here today and going back to the question, your number.
This man needs to put his foot in his mouth, bro. Like, really, you just keep putting, I mean, my bad. This man needs to shut his mouth. He keeps putting his foot in his damn mouth. You sound like an idiot. You're supposed to be an attorney. Do what an attorney is supposed to do and ask questions pertaining to this specific case. What is wrong?
Number one objective is protecting yourself.
Of course.
One brief moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
On redirect, the state is now showing him a video of the shooting again.
I was shooting?
No.
What?
So Hakeem.
And you indicated a few moments ago that Hakeem's approximately 6'2". Have you ever measured him, or are you just going off what you believe?
I never measured.
As he sits here today, does Hakeem Robinson look the same as he did 5 years ago?
Nope.
Does he look different today, Hakeem Robinson, than he did 5 years ago? Has his build changed in any way?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he look a little grown, like, you know.
So he was smaller 5 years ago?
Objection, needing to strike.
Okay, sustain.
Objection, meeting will be destroyed. Okay, sustain. You're like, what are you saying, bro? You asking about his son. They go, okay, does he look a little different? Are you sure it was him? Does he look a little different? Does he build a little different? Like, bro, it was 5 years ago. Of course he's gonna look different. Like, what kind of dumbass? Like, bro, who gave this man these questions to ask?
And just rephrase your question.
You looking grown.
Rephrase your question. You sound like an idiot.
The state's trying to get it across so he could look bigger now than what he looked 5 years ago.
You said bigger today?
Yes.
Objection, needing to strike.
Okay. There's no evidence to strike, so I'm not striking.
There should be evidence to strike. Like, what is this, homie?
It's because the attorney's questions are not evidence. Anybody's attorney's questions are not evidence, but
Right there, attorney's question or not evidence.
rephrase your question without leading.
Why you keep leading? Rephrase your question.
Judge, sorry, Mr. Robinson, I didn't hear you.
Sorry. Nigga, no, you're not sorry, fool.
Your answer. When I asked you, how does he look different today? What was your response?
He like grown, gained a little weight.
Part of that agreement with Cinematic Music. Were you actually on that contract?
Yes.
How so?
I was his management.
Okay. And you signed that form?
Yes.
Did Hakeem Robinson sign it?
Yes.
And defense lawyer went up there, tried to make it sound like he wasn't even his manager at all, and someone else was managing him, which probably was. Artists usually have more than one manager. I would imagine his father was his day-to-day manager, and then he had like a business manager on the other end.
Government asked you who that was, right?
Yes.
If you said anybody other than Hakeem, you'd still be looking at life, right?
Yes.
Nothing further.
All right, may this witness be excused.
That was a good final question for.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. Y'all could check this out, Cuff Boys. Y'all could go on the East Coast News, or what is it? Let me go back to it.
Would you please state your name for the record, sir?
Abdul Robinson, Sr.
Please.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? All I really can say about this shit is, bro, if they need to get a better, my shirt. No. Basically, man, all I can sit here and say is they need to get a better attorney. Somebody's gonna ask more appealing questions to what is pertaining to the case. This man is a troll. He should have never been able to pass the bar. This case is a joke. Shit is goofy as hell. They have nothing really like that except the evidence of Scotty being in the car, his clothes, whatever it was, the shit that was burned. The shit is a joke. It's goofiness. They basically have nothing. They're trying to get more. They only have so little evidence. It really doesn't really. It's just. Now, do I agree with Blue telling on his son? No, but I don't agree with this ridicule that he's getting from this dumbass lawyer either. So without further ado, man, appreciate everybody liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and that notification bell so I know y'all there so I can throw it to you when it's in the air. And we are gone, man. Y'all could check this out when y'all want to check it out. Let me know in the comments if you thought that the lawyer is being out of pocket. Let me know in the comments what you think about Blue telling on his own son. Let me know something. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Kick. Sub to the channel. We out.